He wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side, if he had one. His mother has a tattoo that reads, Son. At museums, he's allowed to touch the art. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Miguel Angel Jimenez is the most interesting man in golf, not only because of what's seen online, but also because of the things he does in his life that aren't known to the public. From smoking endless cigars to entertaining stretching rituals and earning millions of dollars, his lifestyle is unlike anything you've ever thought. Miguel's early days. Jimenez is one of 7 brothers who was born into a simple family in Malaga, Spain. His father worked as a mason, and his mother had her hands full taking care of all the boys. His older brother Juan got interested in golf when he started caddying to make some money and later became a teaching professional at the Torre Brada club. Juan needed more caddies, so the 15-year-old Miguel, who had dropped out of school, volunteered to help. Initially, Miguel was more interested in earning money, pesetas, than in golf itself. However, as he kept coming back, the game started to grow on him, and the older caddies taught him how to hit balls when the club members weren't watching. In 1979, the Spanish Open took place at Torre Brada, and Miguel got a chance to be a caddy. This allowed him to get up close and witness the skills of golf legends like Sef Ballesteros, Sandy Lyle, and Sam Torrance. After serving his mandatory time in the army at the age of 21, Jimenez realized his passion for golf and his love for competition, which had started when he was caddying at just 15. He admired Sef Ballesteros, who was already a successful player by the time Miguel began playing golf seriously. Despite the age gap of nearly 7 years, Jimenez found inspiration in Sev's achievements, including winning his first major championship in 1979. The same year Miguel began his golf journey, and the same year his life truly began. Living life to the fullest. At the Doral Country Club in Miami, during the Cadillac World Golf Championship event, Miguel Angel Jimenez stood on the terrace, enjoying a demitasse of espresso in one hand and holding a Vegas Robina cigar in the other. Despite him then being 47 years old with a distinctive appearance, with his graying red ponytail, goatee, and a slight potbelly, he seemed like any other spectator. But behind this calm and serene exterior lay a passionate spirit, a deep passion for golf and a passion for life. In a time when professional golfers are known for their fit physiques and distant personalities, dominated by players like Tiger Woods, high-end fitness regimes, and huge prize money, Miguel Angel Jimenez stands out as his own person. He does things his way. Yes, he practices hitting balls before his rounds, but he also takes the time to enjoy a glass of wine. He works on his putting and chipping, but he equally indulges in a couple of cups of espresso. He is determined to be the best golfer he can be, boasting 18 European Tour victories, but he also makes sure to cherish and savor his life beyond the sport. Chandler describes Miguel as a unique and well-liked person who lives life on his own terms. He takes his time in everything he does, savoring every moment. Miguel fully embraces life and emits a sense of contentment with himself that Chandler finds unparalleled. On the terrace at Doral, Miguel shares his perspective. Golf is my whole life, and in return, it gives me everything I need. Miguel has always liked wine, but with success came the ability to indulge more, especially in his favorite Riojas. He switched from cigarettes to cigars, particularly enjoying Cuban ones. His love for cars, which earned him the nickname The Mechanic on tour, now extends to owning them. Then there are the cigars, his true passion. Miguel smokes about 4 or 5 cigars each day and is seen regularly with ash stains. Since he likes to wait until it falls off, he enjoys them during practice rounds and pro-ams, but is careful not to smoke during official rounds. However, you can be sure that he lights one up just before teeing off and right after finishing, often even before signing his scorecard. Miguel finds pleasure in the simple things like good wine, cigars, delicious food, and whiskey. He believes it's essential to take the time to savor these joys and not rush through life. Rushing through things doesn't allow for true enjoyment, according to Miguel. Taking the time to savor life's pleasures is what truly makes life fulfilling. And of course, a little bit of stretching, training and stretching routine. When Miguel Angel Jimenez starts his morning routine, he begins with a famous stretching routine that's well known in golf circles. He starts with squats, holding the club in front of him perpendicularly. Then he brings his feet closer together and rotates his knees in a clockwise direction, before reversing the movement for a few times. Next, he shifts his leg from side to side. He He then takes a club behind his back and leans to the right, holding that stretch with a smile so that fans can capture the moment. Jimenez is known for playing up to the crowd, and he enjoys doing these stretches, which he considers very important for staying flexible. He believes that people will love watching these stretches, and he takes pleasure in entertaining them. According to Jimenez, that's part of the reason why they are out there playing golf. Around 15 years ago, Jimenez decided to prioritize his fitness, and he became even more dedicated to it after suffering a leg injury in a skiing accident in 2012. Just before teaming up with his caddy, Bota describes Jimenez as a workaholic who approaches everything with great intensity. Jimenez even travels with a personal trainer and hits the gym twice a day on days when he's not participating in tournaments. But besides all that, he's also managed to make a lot of money, and his golfing career is deemed beyond successful. Money, success, and passions. Miguel is estimated to have a net worth of around $16 million. He has achieved great success in his golf career, winning 21 times on the European Tour, holding the record for the most starts on the European Tour, and being part of 2 victorious Ryder Cup teams. Throughout his career, he has earned over $30 million in tournament winnings. The crazy thing though is that in recent years, the top level of professional golf has seen a trend of younger players dominating the scene. However, Miguel Angel Jimenez stands out as a rare and unique exception. He serves as an excellent example of a golfer who achieved great success later in his career. Out of his 21 European Tour victories, an impressive 14 of them occurred after he had already turned 40. "I think he's like an alien," remarked Nota Bagay, who participated in a few events alongside Jimenez. "There must be some alien DNA in him that keeps him so flexible and moving effortlessly. I mean, his swing has remained smooth and consistent for decades." Despite his accomplishments and wealth, Miguel has remained true to himself. He's known for his optimism and adventurous spirit. Rather than seeing obstacles, he views them as opportunities. On the golf course, he's always seen dancing and displaying his lively personality. His joyful and vibrant demeanor is unmistakable, and he can move those hips. Miguel embraces life to the fullest. As he once mentioned in an interview, he appreciates the simple pleasures, such as being surrounded by friends and family with the sun shining. He enjoys good food, fine wine, and smoking a quality cigar, all while cherishing the company of his beautiful wife. For him, life is good, and he appreciates every moment of it. Miguel's carefree attitude is evident in the way he doesn't care about others' opinions, not even from those who criticize him. He explains that he comes from a different generation and refuses to be a hypocrite. He doesn't hide his true self, and if he feels like having a drink or smoking, he does so openly. To him, there's nothing wrong with enjoying alcohol or tobacco, as they are legal. He firmly states that if anyone has a problem with these choices, they can mind their own businesses, and he'll continue to live life on his terms. However, despite his laid-back personality, one of Miguel's biggest passions remains cars. While many know him as the most interesting man in the world, his fellow players affectionately call him the Mechanic. The nickname Mechanic came about because of his early days working in a repair shop when he was young. Even though he learned the trade of fixing automobiles during that time, his real passion lies in driving them rather than repairing them. He has a deep appreciation for high-performance vehicles, and his favorite car, a red Ferrari, is famous among his fans.